To another edition of Kali Konversation with me, Rick.
And me, Nain.
And these two wonderful people that are with us. This is a special thing that we got going on. It took us a little while to get here because we've been trying to get this done for almost 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
We started with the other brother. But this is Sijo Reynard Lozado. Again,
Whose name we just learned because everywhere you look, it just says Grandmaster or Sijo Lozado.
Yeah, so we were doing the research and couldn't find anything other than Sijo Lozado. We weren't sure which one we were going to get. We were going to get either Ray or Paul, but we were never getting the right one.
Nope.
So, and this is Ray Lozado, his son.
Kai already.
Kai? Okay.
Kai.
Kailani, right?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, cool.
And I like the Hawaiian shirt. So you guys, somebody was from Hawaii. What happened here? Were you from Hawaii?
Yeah, I was from the Philippines, from Cebu, Aklan.
Oh.
And
nice.
from there we went to Hawaii, and we live in Hawaii and Oahu. Okay, and then when we came to the United States, and I went to school here, and my father said, don't speak Filipino, speak English, because there were a lot of discrimination against Orientals
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
during those days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
What year was that?
I believe that was in the 20th.
Wow.
The 20s.
1920s. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, it was really bad, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And so we understand that you created your own system. Can you tell us about that? I know it's called Kochi Kali Kar.
right.
And what does that actually mean? Is there a significance to that name?
Yeah, well, I was in the service, and I didn't know what martial art was until I seen it.
Really?
And when I was in the service, we go in different area because of my status.
Right.
See, so when I was in Hong Kong, and I learned my kung fu from Hong Kong.
Wow.
Then I learned Wing Chun and different styles. And then when in the service, then they transfer us to Thailand, and I learned kickboxing of the Thai.
Really?
See?
Well, see, this is the first time I've ever heard of
Yeah.
this.
No, but this is during my service time because
Wow.
And then when I was in Japan after the war, I learned karate from Japan.
That's impressive.
See,
That's
and
really
then
impressive.
what I did, I combined everything together, and my son Paul said, "Look, since you did all those martial arts during your service time, so we'll say Ko for Kung Fu, Chi for internal system,
Okay.
to learn the strength, see the movement, and Kali is the Filipino sticks, and Kar is karate. So we call it Kochi Kali Kar.
That's
That's actually really cool.
nice. I actually thought it was some Chinese words or something, but it was actually a combination of different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, that's
Kuchiku. I was like,
exactly-
all right.
Kuchiku.
No,
Yeah,
that's
so my son Paul and I put it all together.
Wow.
And we
And
call it Kochi Kali
when
Kar.
did you have your first school then? Did you open up a school right away, or did it take a while?
Yeah, we did it in a garage because during those times there was a lot of discrimination
Right.
with martial art, because there's so many master or grandmaster that do martial art.
Right.
But they're surprised that every time when I go to the tournament, I always wear my uniform, my service uniform.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And during that period of time, I retired as a command sergeant major for the intel unit.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
United States Army, right, Father?
yeah.
Be nice. Oh, by the way,
yes.
we have Ray here as the interpreter, but
Kalani.
Kalani. But you know what, folks? We're not going to use him. I think Dad's speaking much better than Ray. Than
Kalani is just eye candy today.
Yeah, he's eye candy.
He's eye candy today. We always need somebody to look good on camera.
Yeah.
You know? Although you still have a great set of hair. I mean, that's some beautiful hair you got.
Oh yeah. Well, it's I learned that when I was overseas. You eat certain food, you don't lose your hair.
Damn it.
Oh.
Can you give me a list?
No, seriously.
Yes, I didn't eat it.
Because they said in certain country so I said to eat apricot because apricot prevents cancer.
Right.
You know, it helps to prevent. And cherry always makes your feet move. Gout, you know. So you know how Filipinos get gout.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what I eat every day.
Wow, it works.
Yeah.
So I'm like this the way I am.
So the biggest question that we're all gonna have, and all of our viewers, how old are you?
Well, how old do you think I am?
I was gonna say 60, 65, 70 around there, but I heard different. So
No.
I want them. How old are you?
I'm going to be 95 this year.
That's impressive.
95.
And that's
Yeah.
from apricots and cherries.
And he walks
Yeah.
in on his own.
I
He
walk my own, and I do my own thing, and I can see every little thing. You point it out, and I can even count them. Huh?
That's impressive.
Wow.
I can't do that myself.
no, he's blind already. He's only 58.
Okay, I'm feeling really bad at this point.
He's 95.
I feel like shit now. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, and then I could tell those colors on those
On those masks?
masks there. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Folks, there's some really intricate masks and they have multiple colors, so he can distinguish every single one of them. And we're a good, 30, 40 feet away?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's impressive. And do you think a lot of that is because of your training in the martial arts too, or?
Oh yeah, and it's what you eat too. You know, it makes a lot of difference.
Oh yeah, they say 80% of going to the gym is diet.
Diet. Yeah. Well.
You know, that's cool that you're talking about that, because we had on our show nutritionists, and they say the same things. If you understand what you're putting in your body, it's really going to help you live longer. And I guess you took that as
Living proof.
living proof.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, but I got no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
That's
healthy, huh?
impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let me ask you this before we get too far away from the martial arts stuff. How old were you in the military when you first started with martial arts?
Oh, I was 18. I was in the reserve. They used to have the reserve in Presidio.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time. My dad was in the Air Force.
Yeah,
So-
and when Clinton became president,
Right.
he got rid of the Presidio,
Yes,
which was wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
No,
Yeah,
it
my
was
dad was
wrong.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were using that base, what's that, where the reserve used to be too, in Mountain View.
Okay.
They had a reserve unit there in Mountain View.
And was that where you were stationed, or you were stationed in Presidio?
No, I was stationed in Presidio.
Nice.
Okay.
And when General MacArthur retired, I was the honor guard for General MacArthur because I was the shortest one. Everybody was taller than me.
See, Filipinos are useful.
Yeah. And then they made me open the door for him when he came in.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I was with General MacArthur when we were in Korea. In
Wow.
Korea, yeah.
Wow.
That's impressive.
And then when we passed the 38 parallel line, and they said, President Truman, when Roosevelt passed away, President Truman said, "Don't go to communist China." He said, "We have to control China. If we don't control China, we're going to have problem in the future." And Truman said, "Don't go." So we went part way. And then they had another general that came in to replace General MacArthur, and we came back to the 38 parallel line.
Right.
So we didn't control China. See, we could have controlled China. We had no problem.
And it didn't happen.
Nope.
Wow.
No.
Nope.
That's
Someone
crazy.
said no.
So let me ask you this, because I've always been curious. You talked about Paul, the son that's not here, Paul.
Yeah.
We're talking to you, Paul. And was he the big catalyst to creating
Kochi Kali
Kuchikali Kai, or was that something that you wanted to do and he was just there to help you?
Yeah, well, he's the one that helped me. They gave the name.
What happened to this one?
Oh, he's pushing the paper now.
To be honest with you,
Hey, calm down.
he was a rascal.
A dangerous one.
That is the nicest thing he said about
No,
you,
no.
though. He's just a rascal.
When you tell him stay here, and then you talking this one, then you there, he disappear. He's somewhere down there.
That's part of my stealth ninja training.
Stealth ninja trick.
But so was it your idea to get him into martial arts, your sons, or did they have a passion for it?
No. I
Brainwashed us. Watching Bruce Lee
I
movies.
trained them, just little by little. Huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to force him into the school, into training, or?
No, so I trained him real good.
Well, yeah, I know his
well,
record.
But one time he was small, and I told him to practice kicking.
Oh, God.
And when I peek in the garage when I had a cup of coffee, and there he is playing around. I said, awesome. So I got mad at him, and I hook, one of those things where you put the rope and you
Yeah.
pull,
Oh,
Went-
pulley
yeah.
system.
and
yeah.
I tied his 2 feet, and I pull him up.
Before they realized child abuse was...
And then I just let him stay because I got upset. and then I came down and there he was stretching himself. I said, "Oh, he's exercising. He's trying to reach the rope."
Right. You see, that's some really good training, dude.
It was.
Yeah.
And your
martial
kicks are
arts
legendary.
Oh
by the
yeah,
way.
your kicks
Your
are well known because of that.
That's why his kicks is good.
Oh,
We're gonna have to try that to some of my students. No,
Upside
Get the
down?
rope.
All right.
Get the rope.
You know what's messed up is that at our gym we have a pulley,
A pulley
system
system, we're
already
gonna
with
try.
the ropes.
We're gonna tie everybody up.
We just need to do it.
Oh, was you in the police station?
No. Because him and I train out of a gym in South San Francisco,
Oh.
and we do a version of Filipino martial arts.
Oh, yeah, because Paul and I used to teach the San Francisco Police Department how to use the baton.
Oh,
See?
okay.
Yeah. And then if you don't have an extra handcuff,
Uh-huh.
you can put the stick between the back and the arm and put your feet on the end of the stick. So if they move, you just press it down and they just don't move no more. That's if you don't have enough handcuff, huh?
Actually, somebody recently did that to me with a cane.
Yeah, with a cane, yeah.
John did it.
Yeah, so I could tell. He's just a little bit more pressure. Stop squirming.
Yeah,
Don't resist.
They keep moving, just press your feet down. They go like this, they're stuck, huh?
Oh,
So
man.
Sijo,
Yeah.
did you back in the days? Did you compete in competitions?
A couple of times, and that was it. And
Was that during the military time or after military?
after the military?
Oh, okay.
How was your record? Pretty good.
Oh yeah, it was all right. You know how it is during those days. There's always a lot of people that say what they are,
Uh-huh.
and sometimes you want to know where the heck they learned it from.
Right.
They usually go on their own and do what they want in those days. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So just kicking and punching, and then if it worked, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they consider themselves real black belt.
Real black belts.
in degree.
But they were never really there.
No.
No. And you made sure to find out.
No, they wonder where I came from. No, to be honest with you,
Wow.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, who's this guy? We don't know him. Well, how come he has a black belt?" Yeah?
So that's why when I go to the tournament, I used to wear my uniform.
Right.
And I used to say, I learned martial art when I was overseeing in Orient.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and I tell them straight. Especially when Ralph Castro used to have all his people there. Remember, he used
Yeah,
to
he had
have
the big tournaments.
big
Yes.
tournament.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
fought in a couple of those.
Yeah, and I walk up in the front and I told him straight, you got to treat my students right
Nice.
because we learned the actual way, but you guys get promoted among yourself.
Right.
Ooh,
No,
wow.
they-
That's bold.
No,
Wow.
they get promoted
That's
among
another segment.
themselves.
Yep.
And then when they give points, Castro lift it up and they all look and they all grab the same point and they put it up.
So they were looking to him for.
Yeah. and
So
then-
let me ask you a funny question. What does this mean?
huh?
What does this mean?
Pum pum.
What?
What this?
Yeah, when they're at the tournaments. Did your dad do that at the
No,
tournaments?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay, because he was telling us some stories about how.
Yeah, that's different tournament.
Okay, different tournaments. Because I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the
Different sanctions.
Paul had his daughter entered the kata.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And she did kung fu kata, and then she jumped in the air and she came down and she split.
Whoa.
His daughter did wushu.
Yeah, wushu, and they didn't give her a good point. And I went up there and I complained to Ralph Castro, who's the head of the thing.
Right.
And what they did, okay, we'll check her out again. And I said, you're not giving the right point,
Right.
huh? And if you think you know it, then you go out there and you do it, and then I'll check you out.
There's a lot of
I
politics.
love this
there.
man.
So there were a lot of politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my God.
so
Oh, wow.
he got this karate guy checking my granddaughter
Right.
Doing kung fu.
Doing kung
do
fu.
the kata.
So what does?
And then I said, what is a karate guy doing a kung fu
Yeah. Kata.
kata?
What would he
How can
even
you
know
judge
about
that?
When he doesn't even know what the heck the kata
Yeah,
is.
he wouldn't know what he's looking at.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
That's crazy.
and then I complained to the
Organization.
of Castro.
Right.
No, that's not right. Now you guys are doing the wrong thing.
Did that change?
Yeah, they changed.
They changed it.
They
then?
made it even better. I mean, like John will tell you, there was sections now. It was kung fu, there was open division, and there was traditional karate,
Right.
and then there was kaji kembo. So it was
So
good
they broke
because
it, yeah.
they broke it down, and then everyone was treated much fairer.
They brought the
and-
experts who knew.
And then they brought in the right instructors to do the right judging,
yeah.
because it would be difficult for a Japanese traditionalist in Shotokan to judge Chinese wushu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they believe that when you start a farm, you would end up in the same where you began.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
And that wasn't with the wushu. Their movements were long range,
So they were running
and
back
so
and
they're
forth.
like
The whole
runways,
floor,
and they don't land in the same spot. It doesn't have to be that way.
Wow. So you
See,
changed that.
Yeah.
You got
For
the.
the most part,
Yeah,
other people
I
are like my
argue
father
with them.
Oh, I bet you did. In your
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah.
in his suit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and then
impressive.
and they said where I learned. I said I learned it from the Orient when I was in the service.
Yeah, I learned it from the people there.
Yeah, yeah,
How many years were you in the military?
30 years.
Oh, you did. You did the full career.
Yeah, I retired as a commandant sergeant major in the intel unit.
Yes. Wow, that's impressive.
That's the highest you can go.
How long after that did you start your school?
Oh, I started when I was stationed in Presidio during that period
Right,
of time.
okay.
70s, Dad.
In the 70s?
Yeah, and then that's when I taught my sons when they were
And that was in the
small.
garage.
in the garage. Yeah.
When did you actually have an actual school?
In the 75.
75?
76.
In the garage.
No,
Yeah.
our
No,
school
after the garage.
in St.
The school.
Francis.
Oh, it's,
Oh, St.
In
Francis.
the 70s, we came out.
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
oh
late
yeah.
70s.
That was different. Yeah, but I usually have it in the garage, and then I teach my student in the garage.
Do you teach anybody now?
No, not
Can I come
now.
over? Just don't tie me up, okay?
We'll tie him up upside down. See
No,
what he
let's
does.
not do it. But I want to come over. I want to be like this guy.
Well, he's good. He can take care of himself. He kicks good, real good,
Oh
and
yes.
everything.
Yeah. Well, we know all about him. We're gonna have him on the show without you next time.
We'll talk all about
We're
it.
gonna get his ex-wife to be the interpreter.
Oh my God. He's really pushing it.
you know I love you, Ricky.
Nothing but love. Nothing
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love. Well, that's amazing. I mean.